Many ideas have emerged since people started venturing into the vastness of space. There have also been some mysteries found. Some of these conundrums are still unsolved. Some people will always be a mystery. 10 images that still have unanswered questions were discovered. Myths and scientific hypotheses are entwined with these images. What's however hidden there? Please help us out by clicking the thumbs up icon if you appreciate our video. Let's start exploring the enormous cosmos, Saturn's hexagonal moon. Saturn was captured on camera by the Voyager 2 spacecraft over 40 years ago. Along with many new findings, the images also revealed some unanswered questions. These include images that indicate a hexagonal structure at the ringed planet's north pole. It's a weak piece of the terrain. According to research, the hexagon is a flow vortex. There is a block storm inside of this vortex. That is, a tremendous and relentless storm. However, it is still unclear how this vortex can continue to exist for so long while maintaining its constant structure. According to the theory, the storm's center must be deeper than anticipated. A depth of hundreds of kilometers or even thousands of kilometers has been mentioned by certain researchers. Only a theoretical explanation may explain how such a distinctive vortex developed. The equator of Saturn rotates significantly more quickly than the poles since it is a gas planet. As a result, a Coriolis force is created, which could eventually lead to such a storm. The mishap with STS-75 was it attempted to hide the presence of a UFO. Nothing out of the ordinary occurred during the STS-75 flight, said NAS. However, images and video evidence to the contrary. A bizarre occurrence took place in 1996 while a NASA spacecraft was on a mission. A standard test was expected to be passed by the tethered satellite system. However, an extensive connecting wire broke. The events that followed were mysterious. The mission's astronauts were able to record and capture everything. The 20-kilometer wire was seen swinging erratically in orbit by special cameras. Then extraordinary things occurred. It appears that many circular things with holes in the middle followed the cable. The official data said that they were dust and ice particles. However, the object's steady shape suggests that they were rockets. The objects that were partially transparent appeared as though by magic. Sun glare can also be used to rule out how far they traveled behind the cable. What actually occurred in February 1996 then? Pluto has odd black patches. The solar system's furthest celestial object is a dwarf planet. It appears to be entirely out of reach because it is more than 3 billion kilometers away from Earth. Amazing pictures have been captured at a distance of more than 4 million kilometers by NASA's New Horizons spacecraft. Astronomers are now puzzled by Pluto's enormous patches that may be observed on its surface. The spots are located on Pluto's side that faces Charon. With a diameter of 1,208 kilometers, Charon is the largest of the dwarf planet's 5 satellites. Each location is thought to be about 500 kilometers in size. The homogeneity of the spot's appearance is particularly startling. Its nature is yet unclear. Scientists are still simply making conjectures. Therefore, the dark areas on a smooth surface could be depressions, plateaus, or changes in brightness. These could possibly be impact craters left by meteorites. There is still no conclusive response. When the umbrella will be in view again to take a better photo is yet to be determined. Therefore, the mystery behind the black dots will likely never be fully explained. Unusual sphere-amazing results have been obtained by the NASA Solar Dynamics Observatory mission, which was launched in 2011. The probe was created to investigate the sun's radiation. The photograph sequence reveals an unidentified object circling the sun. After remaining still for a few days, this enigmatic sphere started to move once more away from the sun. One might infer from the photographs that the item is absorbing solar radiation. However, NASA claims that this is a normal occurrence that can be brought on by radiation in storms. But it's still unclear exactly what took place. For this reason, a lot of people who have seen the image think it's a paranormal or perhaps extraterrestrial flying item. Glowy and mysterious item. A mystery glowing object has also been captured by the Solar Dynamics Observatory. A picture was taken in July 2012 of an object that appears to be emitting light. This object was close to the sun when the shot was taken. The object was larger than the Earth, according to calculations. But what is the story behind this picture? The emanating light gives the object the appearance of an entrance or exit, giving the initial impression that we are dealing with some sort of stargate. Some people perceive a spacecraft or a massive extraterrestrial life form. The most straightforward explanation, though, would be a photographic error. What do you see to be captured here? The Pyramid of Ceres, the smallest dwarf planet in our solar system, is named Ceres. Its diameter is substantially less than Earth's satellite at about 964 kilometers. The space probe Dawn, which was able to get breathtaking images of the celestial body in 2015, is in close proximity to Ceres because it is in its orbit between Mars and Jupiter. Only 1,400 kilometers separate you from the distinctive structure. The pictures also imply that beneath the surface of the buildings there is frozen water. An asteroid impact may have caused the ice to reach the surface. The dwarf planet's structure never ceases to astound astronomers and scientists alike. The images depict a mountain that is shaped like a pyramid and has a diameter of more than 12 kilometers. Only on Earth are there pyramids made by people and a coincidental comet, making it the only such construction to date. A comet often has a form that is quite spherical. They are byproducts of the solar system's development and move through the vastness of space at an unstoppable speed. Over 1,100 kilometers per hour is the speed at which this comet is moving through space. The mystery object was found using the Hubble telescope only a few years ago. The images display a characteristic shape that resembles an X. The idea of an extraterrestrial spaceship is the first thing that enters the mind. Two objects could have collided, creating a force equivalent to a nuclear explosion that could have created the comet. Although this notion hasn't been verified, it is currently the most logical explanation. Incredible Black Knight. The Black Knight object is now orbiting the planet. Since decades, numerous rumors and theories have been developed and spread about the origin of the thing. Official information indicates that it is only a misplaced heating blanket. But this unusual object was also noted in the observations conducted prior to manned spaceflight. The Black Knight was originally captured on camera in 1998 during the STS-88 mission. Many believed that it was an extraterrestrial satellite or spacecraft that had been placed in orbit by extraterrestrial beings to observe humans due to its odd design. Additionally, there were worries that the Black Knight was producing radio waves, but measurements refuted this. There is no evidence supporting this theory either. Another theory holds that the object is the wreckage of a German satellite that was placed into orbit in 1938. Then might it be space debris? Nevertheless, all varieties of slap-it residences house talented individuals, and in 2015 a short film titled Black Knight Decoded was released. UFO sightings and the Gemini mission, another name for Mission Gemini, is Bridges to the Moon. Even though Gemini 1 was an unmanned trip in 1961, succeeding missions were some of the earliest manned space missions in history because astronauts had already gone to space before the first lunar landing. Gemini 6 and Gemini 7 launched into space in 1965 and started orbiting the planet. Even during the flights, the two shuttles came together unexpectedly. The crew of Gemini 6 later reported seeing an unidentified flying object, which at the time of the incident looked to be heading toward Earth. Even the spacecraft's red-suited pilot could be seen clearly by the astronauts. A mystery picture of a glowing flying object was captured by Gemini 10 just 1 year later, raising the question of whether it was an alien craft or even a Russian spacecraft returning to Earth. No name has ever been given to this space shuttle. Alternatively, it might have been a Russian shuttle. 67P Comet. Although it might sound like science fiction, the first comet on which a spacecraft has landed is Comet 67P. In March 2004, the European Space Agency launched a mission that would provide us fresh insight into the beginnings of life. A great option for the mission was Comet 67P, whose material is 4.6 billion years old. But the fellow lander's landing proved to be trickier than anticipated. Despite the botched landing, a lot of information on the comet's characteristics was returned to Earth. In the end, the ISA mission was successful. A photograph of the surface of the comet was taken 6 months prior to the landing, and it revealed an unidentified bright object. When seen closely, it seems as though this object is hovering just over the ground. What might this situation be about? Is it just a sparkly rock, or may something or someone have already touched down on Comet? These are but a few of the unanswered questions. What do you believe these pictures are capturing? Do we have aliens, unidentified shuttles, or simple image blunders on our hands?